Good morning, class 12th. Today we are going to continue with the topic recombinant DNA technology. In the previous class, I have told you about the restriction endonuclease enzyme. Today we shall be quickly discussing about the other enzymes which are used in the recombinant DNA technology. So the other enzyme which is used, the second enzyme is DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase you all have studied, and it is responsible for synthesis of DNA complementary to the DNA template in 5 prime to 3 prime direction. For the same purpose, it is being used here also. Next is DNA ligase. Ligase also you have studied. They seal the single stranded nicks in the double stranded DNA by forming phosphodiester bond between the adjacent nucleotides. You all know this. Next is alkaline phosphatase. Alkaline phosphatase, as you can understand by the name phosphatase, it removes the phosphate group from the 5' end of the DNA molecule, thus preventing the unwanted ligation and recircularization of the DNA. Once the DNA fragment is complete is being extracted, it will be having phosphate group at the ends. So the digestion of these phosphate groups is important, and that is being done by alkaline phosphatase. Next is reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase is an enzyme which produces it is actually can be called as RNA dependent DNA polymerase because it synthesizes DNA from RNA. So it is a technique which is reverse to the transcription. Transcription still I have to teach. I'll tell you. Transcription is a technique where DNA forms RNA. But here in reverse transcription, RNA forms DNA. So here in recombinant DNA technology, we are using reverse transcriptase, which is an RNA dependent DNA polymerase, and it forms DNA from the RNA strand also. Okay. Next is RNase. RNase is RNAase. That means ribonucleic acid digestive enzymes. So they will of course digest all the RNA present because RNA is of no use in DNA technology. So RNA has to be removed. So they digest all the RNAs. Next is a very important polymerase, Taq DNA polymerase. This is very important as far as biotechnology is concerned, as far as any genetic engineering is concerned. This is a special kind of DNA polymerase which has been extracted from Thermus aquaticus bacteria. That is T for thermus, AQ for aquaticus. These Thermus aquaticus bacteria are susceptible. They can survive high temperatures. So when they are surviving at high temperature, of course they will have the DNA polymerase which can polymerize the DNA, which can form the DNA at high temperatures. So we are using DNA polymerase extracted from Thermus aquaticus here also in this technique. Clear? So this is it. Next is S1 nuclease. S1 nuclease acts on the single strands of double-stranded DNA and result in blunt ends in the DNA fragments. So blunt ends are created. Although we are producing sticky ends, but sometimes for stopping them to recircularize, S1 nuclease is needed so that they do not, if the strands are cut using a restriction endonuclease, they will have protruding ends, staggered ends. These staggered ends may again recircularize to form the DNA, the circular DNA again. So to prevent it, we actually need nuclease which will eat up the hanging nucleotide bases and creating blunt ends. Okay. So this is not always used, but in certain cases it is also being used. Clear? So there are other enzymes also in different techniques, different enzymes can be used, but these are the basic ones. S1 nuclease is also optional. Taq DNA polymerase is also optional. Whenever the need arises, these enzymes are needed. This whole discussion was just to give you an outlook of the names of the enzymes and what are they digesting. As and when you are doing your research work further, then you can utilize these enzymes and make your own DNA. Okay.